Hey, everyone, Mike here. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever slept for 9, even 10 hours, and still woken up feeling like a zombie? Or maybe you drag yourself out of bed and need 3 coffees just to feel human. For the longest time, I thought I was just not a morning person. Until I discovered that my problem wasn't the morning. It was that I was fighting a 180,000-year-old system inside me and losing every single day. Here's the crazy truth. Your body isn't running on modern time. It's running on ancestral time. Our earliest human ancestors evolved near the equator, where the sun was a brutal, perfect timer. Up at 6 a.m., down at 6 p.m. Life was simple. Daylight was for action. Darkness was for rest. And here's the kicker. Our physiology, our inner chemistry, is still wired for that exact schedule. Even if you live in Alaska or New York, you are biologically an equatorial human. This wiring is called your circadian rhythm. It's not just about feeling sleepy. It's a precise daily hormone cascade that dictates your energy, focus, mood, and health. And the master conductor of this orchestra is a little thing called cortisol. Don't let the stress hormone label fool you. In the morning, cortisol is your best friend. It's your natural alarm clock and your rocket fuel. Here's what happens. Around 6:30 a.m., your body finishes pumping out melatonin, the sleep hormone, and starts its first major release of cortisol. This is a biological event. Your blood sugar rises, your adrenaline ticks up, your body is saying, wake up. The sun is up. It's time to hunt, gather, build, create. This is the energy you are supposed to start your day with. But what happens if you're still asleep at 7, 8, or 9 a.m. when this cortisol is surging through your system? You're essentially pouring high-octane fuel into an engine that's turned off. That fuel doesn't just disappear. It starts causing internal havoc, inflammation, insulin resistance, a confused immune system. Long-term, this misalignment is a direct path to low energy, weight gain, anxiety, and serious health risks. Sleeping in isn't lazy. It's actively desynchronizing your most powerful systems. So, rule 1 of the sun syncing protocol is simple yet profound. Align your wake-up time with your cortisol wave. Aim to be awake by 6:30 a.m., not necessarily jumping out of bed, but conscious, eyes open. And then you must do the single most important thing for your daily energy. Give your brain the sun signal. For 10 to 15 minutes after waking, you need bright light in your eyes. This isn't about checking your phone. This is about telling your brain's master clock, the sun is up. Let's sync. In summer, go outside or sit by a window. In winter, use a happy light, a 10,000 lux therapy lamp. This one act synchronizes the time-based cortisol release with a light-based circadian rhythm. It's like pressing the start button on your body's operating system. And while you're still in bed, during those first foggy minutes, do this. Program your day for success. Don't grab your phone. Instead, spend 2 minutes visualizing your day going amazingly well. See yourself acing that presentation, having a great workout, connecting with friends. Your brain believes what you vividly imagine, setting a positive filter for everything that follows. This isn't just waking up early. This is claiming the potent, natural energy surge your body is already trying to give you. You're not fighting your biology. You're finally listening to it. And this is just the first move. Because this ancient clock has another powerful surge waiting for you later in the day. And if you miss it, you'll hit that classic afternoon crash. In the next part, we'll talk about that 4 p.m. wall. And why the best thing you can do when you hit it isn't to drink a soda, but to move. So you've synced your morning. You caught the cortisol wave, got your light signal, and programmed a positive mindset. You're riding high. But then it hits. The 3 p p.m. slump. The 4 p.m. fog. Your brain feels muddy, your energy tanks, and all you want is a sugary snack or another coffee. Most people think this crash is about food or poor sleep. And while that plays a part, the real reason is a massive misunderstood hormonal event. Remember that morning cortisol? It has a powerful, often overlooked sibling that arrives right around 4 p.m. That's right. Your body, still following its ancient equatorial programming, is preparing for a second period of high activity. In the ancestral world, this was a critical time, maybe finishing the hunt, securing shelter, preparing for the night. To facilitate this, your body releases another significant wave of cortisol, accompanied by adrenaline and glucose into your bloodstream. It's a biological second wind. But here's the modern problem. We're usually sitting at a desk, in a car, or on a couch at 4 p.m. We aren't running, building, or actively solving physical problems. So all that cortisol, adrenaline, and sugar just circulates. With no physical outlet, this stress soup leads to that familiar feeling of jittery anxiety, mental fatigue, and irritability. Your body prepared for a battle or a burst of effort, and you gave it a YouTube rabbit hole. This leads to Rule 2 of the Sun Sinking Protocol. You must eat the afternoon cortisol with physical activity. The golden window is between 3:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. This is not the best time for focused mental work. This is the absolute best time for movement. You are designed to use this hormonal surge as fuel for physical performance. Don't fight the slump with caffeine. Fight it with action. This is prime time for your workout. Strength training, running, a brisk walk, a sport. Your body will perform better, and you'll metabolize the stress hormones efficiently. No time for a full workout? A 20-minute walk outside is transformative. Do some bodyweight exercises. Dance in your room. You are literally converting potential stress, circulating cortisol, into strength, endurance, and resilience. When you do this, something magical happens. By the evening, you won't feel wired and exhausted. You'll feel satisfied and calm. Your body has completed its cycle. There's a beautiful cultural example of this: the Spanish siesta. Historically, it wasn't just a nap. The traditional rhythm was comer, descanser, hacer el amor, to eat, to rest, to make love. It was a holistic approach to using this midday/afternoon period for restoration and physical connection, perfectly aligned with our biology. So reframe that 4 p.m. crash. It's not a defect. It's a biological alert. Your body is handing you a can of energy drink and saying, use this or lose it. Choose to use it. Move your body. You'll not only crush the slump but also set the stage for a peaceful, restorative evening. And speaking of evening, your ancient body has already started its wind-down sequence long before you feel sleepy. In the next part, we'll dive into the sunset protocol and why your screen habits are directly sabotaging your sleep and next day's energy. You've mastered the morning launch and harnessed the afternoon surge. Incredible. But the most common place where everything falls apart is the evening. This is where modern life wages a full-scale war on your biology, and most people don't even know they're losing. Let's rewind to our equatorial ancestors. At 6:30 p.m., the sun is setting. The world is entering twilight. This isn't just a visual cue. It's a critical biological signal. It's time to find shelter, secure the camp, and prepare for darkness. In response to this fading light, your body makes its first subtle release of melatonin, the master sleep hormone. You might feel a gentle wave of relaxation, a yawn. This is your body's first whisper. The day is ending. Start to wind down. The main event, however, happens at 9:30 p.m. This is when your brain's pineal gland releases the primary, powerful wave of melatonin into your system. This hormone is your body's natural, potent sleeping pill. It lowers your body temperature, calms your mind, and prepares every system for deep, restorative sleep. It is the absolute foundation of your next day's energy. But melatonin has a fatal flaw. It is photophobic. It is destroyed on contact by certain wavelengths of light. Specifically, the blue and white light emitted by the sun during the day, and, catastrophically, by every screen in your life, phones, laptops, TVs, LEDs. When your eyes see this blue-rich light after sunset, your brain receives a catastrophic mixed signal. It's daytime. Abort sleep protocol. The melatonin you've started producing is shattered. Your circadian rhythm is thrown into chaos. Your brain thinks it's 2 p.m., but your clock says 10 p.m. This is why you can feel exhausted, but too wired to sleep. This leads to the non-negotiable Rule 3 of the sun sinking protocol. Implement a light lockdown, starting at 8:30 p.m. Your goal is to protect the 9:30 p.m. melatonin surge at all costs. Here is your exact evening protocol. 8:30 p.m. Activate digital sunset. On your phone and laptop, enable night shift or blue light filter mode. But go further. Switch apps to dark mode. The goal is to eliminate bright, white/blue emission points. The hard rule: no social media scrolling, no intense gaming, no binge-watching thrilling shows. This content is mentally stimulating and physically disruptive due to the light. Choose safe evening activities. Reading a physical book is perfect. You're using reflected, ambient light, not a direct beam into your retina. Conversation, gentle music, light stretching, planning for tomorrow. These are ideal wind-down activities. Transform your lighting, the amber hour. Turn off overhead bright white LEDs. This is crucial. Use dim, warm light sources. Red or amber-toned lamps are ideal. Why? Because red light is the only part of the visible spectrum that does not suppress melatonin. It's the same light frequency as a natural sunset. By 9 p.m., aim to be bathing in this warm, dim, melatonin-safe glow. Think of yourself as guarding a delicate, invisible process happening inside your skull. You are creating an artificial, technology-free twilight in your home to mimic the natural one your genes expect. This isn't about deprivation. It's about creating a sanctuary for your recovery. If you do this consistently, something changes. Falling asleep becomes easier. Your sleep becomes deeper. You wake up feeling more restored. But to complete the cycle, you need the right quantity of this high-quality sleep. And that brings us to the final, practical calculation. In the final part, we'll put it all together with the simple math of sleep timing and how to make this protocol your effortless daily rhythm. We've mapped the entire daily cycle, the morning launch, the afternoon surge, and the sunset switch. Now it's time to connect these phases into a seamless, self-reinforcing loop. This is where theory becomes a lifestyle, and effort transforms into automatic, effortless energy. The final piece is duration and timing. High-quality sleep is useless without enough of it, and perfect evening habits are wasted if you don't allow sufficient time for rest before your morning alarm. The science of sleep need is clear, with a noted gender-based difference due to hormonal and brain structure variations. Men typically require 7 hours of quality sleep for full cognitive and physical restoration. Women typically require 8 hours for the same level of restoration. Remember your non-negotiable anchor, the 6:30 a.m. cortisol wake-up signal. This is your biological fix point. Working backward from this anchor with your required sleep duration gives us your personal, non-negotiable bedtime. The sleep time calculation. For men, 7-hour need 6:30 a.m. 7 hours equals 11:30 p.m. bedtime. For women, 8-hour need 6:30 a.m. 8 hours equals 10:30 p.m. bedtime. This is not a suggestion. It is the mathematical conclusion of the protocol. If you aim to wake up with your natural energy wave at 6:30 a.m., this is when you must be asleep. Not in bed scrolling, but asleep. This finalizes Rule 4. Anchor your sleep schedule to your wake-up time. Protect this sleep window with the same seriousness as your most important appointment. It is your most important appointment with your future self. The complete sun-syncing protocol daily blueprint. 6:30 a.m. The launch. Wake up. Get 10 to 15 minutes of bright light, sun, or therapy lamp. Spend 2 minutes visualizing a successful day. 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. The surge. Engage in physical activity. Eat the afternoon cortisol with movement. 8:30 p.m. The switch. Begin light lockdown. Activate blue light filters. Avoid stimulating screen content. Switch to warm, red-toned ambient lighting. Engage in calming activities. 9:30 p.m. The priority. Protect the main melatonin release. Be in your prepared, low-light environment. 10:30, 11:30 p.m. The anchor. Be asleep based on your individual sleep need. This is not a rigid prison of time. It is a framework for freedom. When you align with this rhythm, you stop wasting energy fighting your own biology. You stop relying on willpower to drag yourself through the day. Instead, you are carried by the natural current of your own optimized physiology. The resistance you feel in the first few days is not the protocol failing. It is the last protest of a confused system that has been trained on chaos. Late nights, screen glow, sedentary afternoons. Stay consistent. Within a week, the rhythm starts to feel natural. Within 2, you begin to crave the morning light and the evening calm. You become the calm, energetic, in-control person you were designed to be. You are not broken. You are just out of sync. This protocol is the tuning fork. Strike it, and let your life resonate at its proper, powerful frequency. The energy was always there, waiting for you to find the right rhythm.